Hey guys, my name is Lily and today I want to present to you my new survival knife. Stay tuned. Alright, so I've been working secretly on a new knife and actually it took me 1.5 years to develop this knife together with my factory in Taiwan. It's a tracker knife, my version of it, and it's really hard to produce because you need special grinding jigs. So it took some time to figure us out how to make a knife like this, but finally we are ready and finally we can launch this new knife. Now, before I can show you this knife in detail, I want to tell you that it's much more expensive in production because you need a special grinding jig for making this knife. So I only have ordered a couple of 100 pieces, and if I make another order it will take at least 10 months until I get it. So if you want to get this knife now, it's better to do and purchase it today or tomorrow, because otherwise it will be sold out. Okay, so now I want to show you the details of my new survival knife. Alright, so this is the APO-1 tracker and it comes in a Kydex sheath. This is it. It's pretty big and massive. Kydex right now is really expensive. And yeah, you get a simple belt loop. And you can even open up the belt loop. There's some Velcro underneath, and also you have this one buckle to secure the belt loop to your belt. So this is the sheath that it comes in, and also this is ambidextrous, so you can screw off the belt loop here and then just attach it to the other side, and then you have a left-handed sheath. Yeah, and now let's take a closer look at the new APO-1 T. So this is it. It is produced in Taiwan, and the factory in Taiwan is actually really small. It's run by a family. They only have like 2 or 3 employees. And yeah, they do not have the capacity to make like many pieces of knives, but at least they make good quality, and this is what is important for me. What I've basically done with this knife is I took the handle of the APO-1 survival knife. It's the same exact handle, except that I have enforced the emergency hammer here at the back. So here now it's straight instead of having a small corner. So this is one improvement that I made to the hammer. So now it's more stable. And also then I took the APO-1 blade. I made it a little bit longer. I added a hook to the back side of the knife, and then I added this one curve here which goes into the other curve. And basically what a tracker knife is, it's a small machete where the middle part is cut out and the front part is attached to the back part, and this is why you get this really awesome curve here. To some people this might be strange looking, but I have to say it's really efficient when it comes to chopping. So what I've done here is I have added weight to the front, and this way this knife will chop much better than the APO-1 S, for example, which has a classical medium-sized survival knife shape. Also, this time I have added a false wedge at the back side. So here you can see this is a false wedge, but I have told the factory that I want to have the surface here flat, because I did not want to have a real wedge that would easily destroy a baton, for example. So I wanted to have a flat surface up here, and this way the baton is not getting destroyed while batoning so much, and that's really important when you want to baton through some wood. Now this time the tip is a little bit more fine than the tip from the APO-1 S, so this way you can stab much better. Which can be important if you are searching for grubs inside of wood, for example, or if you want to gut animals. Now, if you would stab this knife into the tree and bend it over, it will take some abuse, but if you stab it into a tree which is live and not rotten, then you definitely will bend over the tip. It's still stable enough to go through all of the normal survival tasks. So it has a normal medium thickness. It's not too thin, but also not too thick. And on this knife I wanted to focus on chopping capability and also stabbing capability. Now, because of the added weight at the front of the blade, you will have a really good chopper. Actually also the knife is really well balanced. Let me show you. So if I put this on my index finger, okay, so I have it on my finger right now, and its balance point is exactly at the finger groove. So it's really well balanced. And also the handle scales are the same as with my APO-1S. So we have a 3D shaped handle, which is thinner here, and then the handle scales getting thicker at the very end again. And also we have a small hook here at the side. And this way you can take the knife in a extension grip with only 3 fingers. And that way you have even more leverage for chopping, for example. So that's really, really efficient. Now, if you compare this to the APO-1S, the APO-1T is heavier because it has a much thicker blade and also more weight here in the front and also a little bit more weight here at the back side. So it's definitely heavier than the last knife that I produced. And here at the side you can see Apocalypse 1 T. T stands for tracker. And also up here I have installed a thumb rail. So yeah, as always the knife comes with green liners in between the handle scales. The handle material is G10. Now the steel of this survival knife is again Aus 8. It's my favorite steel because it's really tough and robust. It does not break easily and it does not chip easily. But of course if you put this knife in a vise and hit it with a hammer, of course then it can break, so it's not unbreakable. But I say for tasks in the wilderness that you have to complete, I think it's the perfect steel for the outdoors. Also it's stainless steel. Unless you put it into salt water, it's not going to rust easily. Also the edge here is really sharp, so it will be very easy for you to use a fire steel. Because if this edge here is not sharp, then you won't get proper sparks out of your fire steel. So this here is sharp, and also this edge is also sharp. But I would use the fire steel right here at this spot. Yeah, it's important that you can use the fire steel correctly, because if this is blunt, then people will use the edge for this fire steel, and that's not really good for the blade. So never use the fire steel with the edge of the blade, because this can mess up the heat treatment of the edge and then you get a soft blade. This is some really hard oak. It's hard to carve, and I can still make some feather sticks with it. And this part here is really good for carving, and the front part here is better for chopping. And yes, it's a little bit more complicated to sharpen this knife, but I will make a video on my channel soon how you can sharpen the APO-1 tracker. So it comes really, really sharp from the factory, and it makes some fine feather sticks even with this hard piece of wood here. Alright guys, so this is my new survival knife and I'm really excited about it. So if you want to get it, make sure that you follow the links in the description below. It will lead you to my website, but also to my dealer's website. Thank you for watching and stay tuned till next time.